Hey guys, so today we're going to do an oil change on the Mach 1 here. Say hey Dixie. And like I said, I just bought this car a couple months ago, so with the mileage that it's got on it, 129,000, I thought it would be kind of neat to do an oil analysis on it. I've been reading about these for a long time on the forums and what have you, but Blackstone Labs sends out these free test kits, and you can do an oil analysis. You just put a sample of oil in here and mail it to them. I think the fee has gone up to $28 maybe, but they will read it and analyze your oil and send you a report back in the mail, so you can kind of gauge the health of your engine and how things are going with it. If anything funky shows up, they'll let you know about it. And sometimes it's good at preventative maintenance. You can catch things early, hopefully. So we're going to do that today and send this off to them and see what happens. So I've opened the kit up here just to show you what's in it. When you get one of these, they send these kits off for free, and then you pay when you actually send the oil in for analysis. So you've got this little blanket here that you're going to wrap the tube here with, the little canister that you put your oil in. You're going to put this label on it with the information that it asked for, then you're going to wrap it in this thing. Obviously this is just an absorbent mat, so if any does leak out, it'll hopefully catch that. And then you're going to put the whole thing in this plastic bag here, wrap it all up nice and neat, and stick it in the mail here. So you also have this card you're supposed to fill out with the pertinent information about your vehicle. So that's pretty much all there is to it. You just as your oil is draining out, after the first quart drains out and you got a good steady flow going, you just stick this under there real quick, fill it up, and then you're ready to go. Okay. You don't want to get the very first oil or the very last oil that comes out. They tell you that you want to get the oil about halfway through the drain cycle. So pretty straightforward. It's the first time I've done it, but like I said, it shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so there she is. I put the oil into the little container, wrapped it up with that absorbent mat, slid it into the Ziploc bag, and now I'm just going to fill out my info card and stick it in here. And I noticed that this thing is already set up for being shipped back. No postage necessary. So I think I'll go ahead and stick my check in there. It does tell you on the back that it's $28. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Probably be 2 or 3 weeks before we get the results back. But as soon as I get them, we'll go over it and see what she says. Should be interesting. Alright guys, so I finally got the oil analysis back, and it's been a week or a week and a half or so. Not too bad overall. And the good news is that everything checked out pretty well. Looks like all the, let me scroll up here a little bit. They always leave you a nice message here. So it says you can breathe a sigh of relief, because it looks like the car has a healthy engine under the hood. So universal averages were pretty typical. I had just bought the car in January, and I changed the oil in March, so I've owned the car for just a couple of months. I had no idea what brand oil, what viscosity of oil, or how long the oil was in the car. So I was just doing a sample on this to kind of see where it's at and get some information about it. And it looks like that everything checked out pretty well. Okay. 129,500 miles on the car, and the engine looks like it's pretty healthy from the oil sample. So you look down through here at the various metals that they test for, and everything looked pretty good. Iron is fairly close. Most of these other metals look pretty good. Scrolling down through here, kind of checking it out as I go, and I don't see anything that's really out of whack, so to speak. So that looks pretty good overall. The flash point in degrees Fahrenheit was above the threshold there quite a bit, so that's good. They didn't see a whole lot of fuel or coolant in the oil, so obviously that's pretty good as well. An indicator that the gaskets are still holding up pretty well and the seals are still holding up well in the engine. So I'm really happy to see this, because like I said, I had no idea what to expect, had no idea what was going on under there. When you buy a used car, especially a used car that's 15 years old and has over 100,000 miles on it, it's kind of a gamble sometimes. So you don't know what you're getting until you really dig in there and Looks like fortunately I was pretty fortunate here to get one that's healthy and has been taken good care of. You can tell the previous owner did in fact take good care of this engine, so I obviously plan to continue to do that. I'm going to switch to 5W30. I'm just a believer in that. I don't, the 520 does a good job, but I just really like the slightly thicker viscosity because I drive the car to car shows in the summertime. It gets pretty hot. We run them up and down the strip, stoplight to stoplight, and the engine gets pretty warm, so I'm going to switch to 530. And I will continue to do these for a while and just kind of see where we're at here. But anyway, I just wanted to give you an update and kind of show you what the oil analysis on the car looked like. So these Mach 1s, man, it looks like that these engines hold up pretty well after all if you take good care of them. And I hope to see, like some of the guys I've seen with 200,000 on the clock, I hope to see that on this one pretty soon. So I'm going to wrap this video up right here, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Flesley.